For years, my gardening routine was simple. Buy chemical fertilizer, sprinkle it everywhere, and watch my plants explode with color. I loved the instant results, lush lawns, giant tomatoes, and flowers that looked almost fake. Those little blue pellets felt like magic, and I never questioned what was in them. My neighbors envied my garden, and I took pride in my secret weapon. But I was only focused on what I could see above ground. The soil was just a prop, something to hold up my plants while I fed them chemicals. I never thought about the life beneath the surface or the long-term health of my garden. Each year, I repeated the process, chasing bigger and brighter results. But slowly, I started to notice changes. The soil was getting harder, more compacted, and earthworms were disappearing. My garden looked great, but something felt off. I was winning the battle for big blooms, but losing the war for a healthy ecosystem. My satisfaction was real, but shallow. I was treating my garden like a project, not a living system. The foundation was crumbling, but I was too busy admiring the house I'd built on top. I didn't realize I was creating a cycle of dependency. The quick fix was masking deeper problems, and I was about to learn just how much I was missing. The turning point came when I saw my dog, Buddy, sniffing the freshly treated soil. If it wasn't safe for him, how could it be good for my garden or my family? I started noticing blue runoff after rain, wondering where those chemicals ended up. My research revealed the environmental costs synthetic fertilizers harm soil life and pollute waterways. I realized my quest for perfection was part of a much bigger problem. The blue pellets in my garage suddenly looked less like magic and more like poison. I knew I had to change. Switching to organic gardening was overwhelming at first. The organic aisle was full of unfamiliar ingredients: bone meal, kelp, compost. I started small: a bag of organic fertilizer, some composted manure, and my first compost bin. It felt strange, even primitive, to save kitchen scraps for the garden. Applying these new amendments meant getting my hands dirty and working them into the soil. There was no instant green up, just patience and trust in the process. My first organic season was humbling. Growth was slow, and my plants looked pale compared to my neighbors. I was tempted to go back, but I reminded myself this was a long game. Feeding the soil, not just the plants, was a new mindset. I had to let go of quick results and embrace the unknown. It was uncomfortable, but it felt right. I was learning to nurture, not just control. The garden was teaching me patience, and I was finally listening. That first organic season tested me. My plants grew slowly, and pests seemed to multiply overnight. I resisted the urge to reach for chemical sprays. Instead, I learned about insecticidal soap, neem oil, and companion planting. I planted marigolds, built a bug hotel, and released ladybugs to fight aphids. It was a new approach, encouraging balance, not annihilation. I accepted a few chewed leaves as part of the process. Slowly, the garden found its rhythm. Beneficial insects arrived, and pest problems eased. I realized a healthy garden isn't pest-free. It's resilient. My disappointment turned into determination. In my second year, the real magic happened underground. The soil was darker, crumbly, and alive with earthworms. The compost and organic amendments had transformed it into a thriving ecosystem. My plants grew stronger roots and handled drought better. I watered less, but my garden looked healthier. The leaves were a deep, natural green, and the vegetables tasted incredible. I was building a self-sustaining system, not just feeding dependent plants. The change was visible above and below ground. My tomatoes were sweeter, my herbs more fragrant. I was finally tasting the true potential of my garden. The soil was the secret. I wasn't just growing plants, I was cultivating life. And it all started with feeding the soil. The rewards of organic gardening went far beyond better vegetables. My yard became a living ecosystem, buzzing with birds and pollinators. I felt a deeper connection to my garden and the natural world. Gardening became therapy, not a chore. I no longer worried about chemicals. My garden was safe for my family and pets. The peace of mind was priceless. Composting closed the loop, turning waste into nourishment. I was reducing waste, improving my environment, and becoming more self-sufficient. Sustainability became a daily practice, not an abstract idea. My switch to natural fertilizers changed my philosophy of living. It was about stewardship, not just success. Was it worth it? Absolutely. The journey transformed my garden, my mindset, and my understanding of nature. It took patience and effort, but the rewards were immeasurable. My advice: start small, be patient, and focus on building healthy soil. Don't be discouraged by slow results. Think of it as an investment. Redefine success. It's not about perfection, but about life and resilience. Embrace imperfections. They're signs of a living ecosystem. This journey is about more than fertilizer. It's about perspective. Your choices matter for your garden and the world beyond. Trade instant gratification for lasting rewards. Give it a try. Your soil, your plants, and your local wildlife will thank you. I'd love to hear your own gardening stories. Share your experiences in the comments below.